Do you like to torture your characters?
Oh, yeah.
Next up, making their characters into Sims, we have Delilah Dawson. And you have twisted my arm into letting you make 2 Sims.
Yes. I've never simmed before, so I'm going all in on the Sims now.
All right, so who is the first character that we're going to be making?
We're going to make Sarah from It Will Only Hurt for a Moment.
All right, so tell me about Sarah. What's our skin tone?
She's pretty pasty.
How pasty? Because this is real pasty.
Not real, but more like pinky pasty.
So like maybe like...
Her ancestors were probably like, the running from this, the English, milkmaidy type. I don't know. She's blonde.
Well, at least you've answered my next question about hair.
Yes.
Like straw blonde, pale blonde, Targaryen blonde.
She is not a Targaryen. Between strong and, yeah, there we go. That's it.
All right, long hair, short hair?
Long hair?
Any sort of styling?
Long enough.
Do we have
probably
bangs?
No, probably to the right of that. Probably a little bit longer than that.
And all down.
Well, she's a potter, so she's gonna have it, probably up in a bun because clay is really messy.
Interesting. So, like pottery professionally?
Yes. Well, the whole story is that she is an artist who's coming out of a abusive relationship with a narcissist, and so she's going away to this writing or artist retreat to kind of get back in touch with the art that he wouldn't let her have. So she has fallen out of her ceramics, and she is getting back into pottery. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
All right, and like, what sort of eyes? I know that's a hard thing to describe.
It is a hard thing to say. Not much makeup because there we go. That's it. Because when you're at an artist retreat, you're not like doing. I think there's one thing where she's like, I have to put on mascara to be seen publicly, but other than that, deal with it.
All right, eye color.
Gosh, I don't even know if we mentioned it in the book. I'm guessing kind of a bluish gray.
Yeah, it's so funny.
She's not the main character in a YA book, so they're not purple. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, any sort of like nose, jawline that you imagine? Big nose, little nose.
Probably a medium to small nose.
I will just click through some noses and you can tell me what feels good.
Not that one. There we go, that's fine.
All right, and long face, wide face.
I would guess kind of like a square face, or, rectangular. It's a little bit long, not too heart-shaped.
I'm like all of these.
Boy, it really gets granular, doesn't it? That's cool.
All right. Thin lips, thick lips.
Probably thinner. That's good.
All right. And then what's her fashion sense like?
Well, again, she's at a writer's retreat, so she is probably going to be wearing, she's got black yoga pants on for some of it because she has to do some sneaking around in this old hotel that's on the grounds. So she's wearing all black to sneak around because, somehow somebody's not going to notice that.
I always love a spooky hotel as a location.
Yes, I also love a spooky hotel. Stylish capris for the potter on the go.
It's like almost, but it's branded.
Yeah, that'd be fine if it wasn't branded. Pretty sure she mentions at one point that these are like Lululemons that she had to buy, at the used clothing store because her abusive ex-boyfriend was controlling.
And so going into was pottery something you knew about? Did you have to research pottery, or were you just like, she's a potter, let's go with it?
So I was reading a book that I will not name that was set in a pottering studio, and I have worked in art centers. That was kind of my career before writing, as I worked in art centers. I've taught a bunch of classes, taken a bunch of classes, and this book that was supposedly set in a pottery studio, like in the first 3 pages, I was like, wrong. This is all wrong. That's not how any of this works. Did you not even ask a single person? And so I was like, she's a potter. Gonna get this right. And I was taking a clay class at the time too, so that helped.
All right, so I'm imagining probably something athletic-y top too?
I believe she's gonna have on a black hoodie. Oh, there's so many dressy uppy clothes here.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this book is a bit more like into the thriller space than other things you've written.
Yeah, it's kind of, I've written horror, so it's got some horror to it. It's kind of like book clubby, upscale women's horror. It's not a slasher type thing. It's more of the creeping horror of that thing over there. There you go.
All right, any...
Now, do we have an apron? Because in this, she's wearing a pottery apron because she's a potter.
Oh,
Yes, right there. That's it. That's going to be... Oh, no, it's got vegetables on it. There, that's her pottery apron. That's black. Yep,
right,
there we go.
And let's get this tattoo off her.
Yeah, she does not have tattoos. Oh, now it's got her in like a stylish Henley and... Ah! Sarah! You can't go to the pottery studio like that. You're going to get muddy.
I guess you don't wear gloves when you do pottery.
Oh, no, you've got to use your raw hands with your nails trimmed down as low as you can get them.
Have you ever watched Great Pottery Throwdown?
Yeah.
I love that show so much.
That one, I love the Great Big Flower Fight. I love the glass blowing one. I love the Great British Baking Show. I'm here for anything that people are, in a tent making. Do you need to put her some shoes? Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of shoes?
She's probably going to be wearing, so she goes in moccasins. Do you have any moccasins? Like driving shoes? What your grandmother wears. So, like, those would be fine. Kind of yacht shoesy. Because they're just going to get covered in clay. I have a pair of clay shoes that are only for clay, and they just are gross crusty gross all the time.
I know that a lot of potters have, the thing they specialize in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a specialty?
I'm not, I can teach kids how to do the wheel. I can function on the wheel. I've got, my whole kitchen cabinets are lined in little pots that I've thrown. And whenever I give somebody a plant, I put it in one of my little pots. But I'm not awesome at it. So I do prefer hand building. I used to do, I was an artist, a working artist before I became a writer. So I had shows. And so I had this one show where I had made 100 little mermaids that each one had the torso of an animal. And then it went into a different kind of mermaid tail. And they just looked so cool, all lined up. On the wall, so
that's always my favorite part about the Great Pottery Throwdown. This is not a video about that, but when people come on and are like, "Oh, I don't do the wheel; I only do hand building," and I'm like,
"I have some news for you about what you're about to do. It's time to make a place setting for 12," and you're like, "Oh no, Final Jeopardy is not in my category."
How's this looking?
That looks great.
All right, so what is her aspiration? What does she want out of life?
She just wants to reconnect with her art and not be attached to a narcissist. So creativity, definitely.
Creativity.
Yes.
Best-selling author?
No.
Musical genius?
No.
I'm thinking, so probably painter extraordinaire is the closest.
This game discriminates against potters. But yes, paint, I guess you glaze pottery. That's vaguely close to paint.
All right, and what are some of her traits?
She is creative. And
then we've also got is she an art lover?
Oh yeah, definitely. And she's a bookworm. She brings books with her to read.
All right, so there's Sarah.
Yay!
And
some bad news for you about what's gonna happen to you.
Do you like to torture your characters?
Oh yeah. Well, it's also you're just in the beginning. She's just driving towards. She's like, "This is gonna be the best, you guys. It's gonna be the funnest thing." It's oh no.
All right, and so you wanted to do another sim.
More Sims, yes.
All right, so who are we making now?
This is Max from Midnight at the Houdini, my YA about a magical hotel. It was inspired by The Tempest and Sleep No More and The Great Gatsby. And also this weird magical hotel I stayed in Las Vegas. So it's a very different book.
All right, so let's start. Tell me about Max.
Max is a 14-year-old boy. He's
Here,
white.
I can actually make him a child because he technically has...
Or I guess I'm sorry, he's 16. He's 16. 14 would be weird. 16-year-old boy.
All right, so I will make him a teen.
Yay.
So, pale white, tan white.
Kind of olive.
Out there.
Yeah. He has kind of the long, shaggy hair that you want in a YA lead. I'm a long hair person, so... Yes, that's it. That's it. Well, that looks a little bit nowish, but it's he lives in this hotel where it is always somewhere between 1930 and 1960. So he doesn't know about anything outside of kind of this historical aspect. So, the closest thing he's ever heard is music from the 60s. So he's just kind of got a very kind of rakish, wears vests, reads a lot, listens to, jazz.
I truly love how this does seem like the go-to YA
I was gonna say
love interest hair.
Try the one next to it. Maybe more like that. Yeah, that'll do.
What color?
It's dark brown. Yeah. Oh no, that's black. Boy, that's no gradient in between there. That's fine.
I guess This one looks slightly nicer.
Yeah.
It's got the, like...
It's got like some striations in it. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, so face shape.
Pretty slender with high cheekbones. Again, YA boy.
Are you the sort of author who, like, when you're making characters, do you ever have real life people in mind when you're making them?
Sometimes. In this, it was more just
Oh,
like
God.
I was trying to, write the kind of boy that if I had seen him when I was 16, I would have been like, that one. I want to talk to him, but I'm too scared because I'm a big nerd.
I'm so scared of everything I'm clicking through.
They think these are teenagers? Oh my goodness. He looks like he's going to beat someone up.
Good base of like a slender face. That man looks like he's 40 years old.
Yeah, they have made some interesting choices here.
Okay, that's at least like high cheekbones. Let's see if I can make his jawline not look like a 40-year-old man. Here.
Is it body type based? Is that where they're kind of getting the choices from?
Oh, God.
He's not that skinny, but yeah, that's getting...
And I'm like, you have...
Now he kind of looks like a Disney, like a Gaston kind of level. There's some jaw happening.
And it's like, the whole thing with The Sims is that you're supposed to be able to, do kind of this like push and pull. But it just doesn't work amazingly. Like, this is scary.
It's getting better. It's getting better. He's going to bring it all in. Squishing.
Go away, Mega Chin.
Oh, see, there we go. That's good. Okay,
all right,
that's...
and eye color.
His eyes are green.
Okay.
Hazily.
All right, I think that's about...
Yeah, that's fine.
And eyebrows?
He does have eyebrows.
We have that confirmed.
We got that nailed down. Let's see some. Like, I wouldn't know how to describe eyebrows. Oh, that's fine.
All right.
That's not too much.
And then what is his fashion sense like? I'm imagining...
Newsies. It's very Newsies. We're going to need a Newsies outfit for this. How about that? What does... Yeah, that... It's not exactly what he's wearing in the book, but it looks the right time. He's got a vest on.
I mean, we can also keep shopping. We can keep shopping.
Yeah, in the book, he's wearing a white button down with the sleeves rolled up and a vest, which would have been my catnip as a teenager. I would have definitely stood across the room and stared at that guy without speaking or making eye contact whatsoever.
Ah, the staring without staring.
Like, there's like a priest costume. Like, no. What about that one? Is that his little... Okay, that's a little bit too much. That's
such a fancy little boy.
Straight up Downton Abbey is what that is.
I mean,
he could be a hot dog. There's...
See, this is why you can't read fan fiction.
No.
Then...
Max put on his hot dog costume. Max put on his lederhosen. Oh, no. Oh, that feels like blasphemy. That's so wrong. Like, I think he'd wear suspenders, but not with shorty pants.
All right, let's get back to our, like,
okay,
street urchin look. And then, what sort of pants is he wearing?
They're going to be, just kind of like trousers. Nice pinstripe, perhaps. A herringbone, a houndstooth.
I feel like there's got to be pinstripe pants.
I love that every option on here, there's someone in the world who's been like, yes, that's it. The leopard print leggings for this man. Try it. What if those blue ones might have a better color option? Like the fit's okay. Oh no, they're bell bottoms. Never mind. Oh, frightening.
Like, are these custom?
Are those newsy pants? Those are Creed pants. That's fine. That's harmless.
All right. Any color preference?
Maybe
that's harmless.
He's got like some plum and some gray. I mean, probably black. Or let's try the brown.
Let's see. We've got like brown khaki and then brown.
I think the brown probably.
All right. And what about shoes?
He's gonna be wearing brogues. You know, like nice men's shoes, like you would have seen in a 40s movie, where today you'd be like, I bet those hurt your feet, but back then men didn't know. They just suffered.
See a black shoes guy, a brown shoes guy.
I mean, I think they'd be like two-tone. Like they're the most stylish shoes he could find, I would think. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. He'd wear those.
Any particular two-tone?
Yeah, let's. Got to be special there. Maybe the burgundy and gray. Yeah, there we go. So this poor kid has grown up all alone in this magical hotel that you can never leave. It's magic themed. And the hotel kind of has like a mind of its own, where sometimes you'll take the same route and it'll take you to your place, and sometimes it'll want to send you somewhere else and you'll end up in a different place. So he's a very nice boy who is very sheltered.
All right, and what is his aspiration?
To get out of the hotel and see the real world. So probably knowledge of what the greater world is like.
Let's see. Nerd brain, spellcraft sorts, academic, computer whiz,
Renaissance sim. I mean, as much as I wanted to pick Master Vampire, that's not what this book is. A bookworm and music lover.
All right.
Oh, can you only have one?
I think he can only have two because he's a teen. So like as he grows, he gets.
Well, now he just looks dumb. What are you doing? Okay, come on now. You like Bugs Bunny smelling a pie there for a minute.
All right, so give us his full name.
Yeah. He doesn't have a last name because when you are literally one of only 3 existing people in a place, you don't need a last name.
All right.
Just put Houdini, since that's the name of the hotel. Maybe that's his last name.
Look at them go.
She would be like, you poor little man.
He looks like someone who's about to die of tuberculosis.
Well, he's a little thin.
I feel like it's just the like street urchin scarf. All right.
So do we have other people from other?
Yeah, so I just have to not enable diction. I just have to cheat because they have no money. All right, so this is our beautiful household. It's shaped like a penguin.
We get to live in a penguin? Can we live in the beak? I just don't want to live in the butt. I did like the penguin petting experience at a zoo once. And before you walk in, they're like, okay, listen, you have to listen. And all the little kids aren't listening. They're like, listen, penguins poop explosively and they can shoot their poop 4 feet in the air like a rocket. So like, just if you see the tail start to go up, take cover.
We filmed penguins at our warehouse, and there's a zookeeper specifically in charge of like, they have to be the one to clean up the poop because it's like a hazard.
It wasn't a great smell, I can tell you that.
All right, so yeah. So basically our household is we've created this really mean character named Writer's Block.
What a jerk.
They scare me.
Yep.
And then we have Tamsin Lark, who was Alexandra Bracken's main character.
Yep.
Ilef, who was Heather Brown's main character. Mm-hmm. Your Girl. Woo-hoo. And then Maylin, who was KX Songs.
Very cool.
And yeah, we've just had people hanging out in the house. We were having people like pick skills to kind of like level up their characters in as a like develop your character to make unique writing. But yeah, let's see what your boy is up to. He's immediately watching TV.
What is this magical object?
I mean, he's just standing there, not sitting on
Well, it's in color. He's never seen color TV before, so that would be very exciting.
And then where did Sarah go? She went straight to playing chess.
Well, that's good. She's bonding with another woman. That's the thing she does in the book is she makes female friends. Oh my God, she's asking for money already? Sarah, like I know that you're getting out of a relationship, but...
And she's inspired and she's admiring art.
She wants a cupcake. Oh, I feel that's so hard.
This is the penguin.
Oh, what is in the beak? Is that like storage?
It's 2 bathrooms.
We're gonna go pee in the penguin beak, so that's good.
Oh, and Writer's Block is just doing some push-ups or sit-ups.
Oh no! Don't make her more powerful. I like the gargoyles.
You have to fill a house with something.
I'm Delilah S. Dawson, and I am telling you about the book It Will Only Hurt for a Moment. It is about an artist named Sarah who is getting out of an abusive relationship with a narcissist and is going to an artist retreat in the North Georgia mountains to reconnect with ceramics, which was her previous love that her bad relationship kind of cut her off from. And so she goes to this beautiful valley, and it's on the grounds of this historic resort where all of the richest women used to go to take the waters and go to the spa. And then she goes to dig a hole for a pit kiln and digs up something very dangerous. And suddenly the artist retreat is not as idyllic. And she finds some common ground with things that have happened to people in the past on the grounds. And then it gets dark. So yeah, it's a very fun kind of women's fiction book club thriller horror sort of thing, because I never write in one genre.